Hey folks, want to jump on here and shoot a quick solo podcast. This one is going to be on fitness. I know, a little different from the categories of the show: business, careers, and technology. However, I think it's a perfect time to discuss. That's it, let's get into it. So, quote, fitness, end quote, can mean different things depending on your goal. Since your interest is in sports and athletics, I'll frame this in a performance focused way. What is fitness? Fitness is your body's ability to perform physical activity effectively, or excuse me, efficiently, effectively, and safely. It includes number one, cardiovascular endurance, how well your heart and lungs deliver oxygen during sustained activity, running, cycling, swimming. Number two, muscular strength, how much force your muscles can produce, lifting, pushing, sprint starts. Number three, muscular endurance, how long your muscles can sustain activity, high rep training, long matches. Number four, flexibility, range of motion in joints, mobility, injury prevention. Number five, body composition, ratio of fat to lean muscle mass. Types of fitness training: the strength training, weights, resistance band or bands, body weight. Cardio training, running, rowing, and HIIT. There'll be high intensity interval training. Mobility and flexibility, stretching, yoga. Sports specific training, agility drills, plyometrics, speed work. If your goal is athletic performance, since you've shown interest in athletics before, your training should include explosive power, and this is on ChatGPT, sprints, jumps, core strength, speed endurance, recovery work, sleep, nutrition, mobility. And yeah, it keeps going on. Let's also delve into the fitness industry, which is fascinating being here in Sydney. A lot going on. The fitness industry includes all businesses, services, and professionals that help people improve their health, strength, appearance, and athletic performance. Main sectors of the fitness industry: number one, gyms and health clubs, commercial gyms, e.g. Planet Fitness, Gold Gym, boutique studios, CrossFit, cycling, HIIT, luxury fitness clubs, presuming that would be the likes of David Lloyd's or maybe Equinox. Personal training and coaching, in-person trainers, online coaching platforms, strength and conditioning specialists, digital fitness, fitness apps, e.g. MyFitnessPal, smart equipment, e.g. Peloton, wearables, e.g. Fitbit, supplements and nutrition, protein powders, pre-workouts, meal plans and sports nutrition brands, equipment manufacturing, home gym equipment, commercial machines, recovery tools, massage guns, cold plunges. One of the home gym equipment will be, for example, I don't know if you heard of Black Box. They're based out of Belfast in Northern Ireland. Major trends recent years: growth of home workouts, rise of hybrid coaching, online plus in-person, wearable tech and data-driven training, functional fitness and athletic style training, mental wellness, integration, mindfulness, recovery. Why it's so big: the industry is worth hundreds of billions globally, and it keeps growing because health awareness is rising. Social media drives body image and lifestyle trends. Longevity and performance are becoming priorities. Remote coaching allows global reach. Just here's a financial overview of the global fitness industry, what it's worth, how big it is, and where it's heading in terms of revenue. Global fitness industry market size, current and forecast. Number one, health and fitness clubs, gyms, studios, etc. Again, it's on ChatGPT. The global health and fitness club market was valued at around US 104 to 122 billion in 2024-2025. That's the US dollar, USD. It's expected to grow strongly, projected to reach around US dollar 202 to 309 billion by the early 2030s, depending on the forecast. You'll have to double check this, by the way. There are sources here. There's a link to Globe Newswire Health and Fitness Club market to hit USD 112.17 billion by And it doesn't continue on. This article came out in 2023, December 15th. The market is projected to reach USD 202.78 billion by 2030, with a CAGR of 8.83% during the forecast period. Health and fitness clubs are centres equipped with advanced amenities to offer full body wellness and health conscious individuals. The demand for these clubs has increased in recent years as they improve their physical health and also offer programs that take care of their mental health. The growing percentage of the fitness conscious population is one key factor that will accelerate the market. We've covered this term before, by the way, just if you're unaware. The compound annual growth rate, CAGR, is the geometric mean annual growth rate of an investment, revenue, or other business metric over a specified period longer than 1 year. It smooths out volatility, inconsistent year-to-year returns to show what an investment would have yielded if it had grown at a steady state. Key aspects of CAGR definition: it means the mean annual growth rate, which we talked about, assuming profits are reinvested at the end of each year. There's a formula. It's CAGR equals ending value over beginner value. There's a few other things we won't get into right now. I think it's to the power of 1 over n, which is minus 1 multiplied by 100. You may know it if you're in finance. May get into more detail another time. Purpose: it is used to compare the performance of different investments, assets, or business metrics like revenue over time. Limitations: it does not reflect investment risk or volatility. It only shows the smooth rate of growth between the start and end points. Example: if a 10,000 USD investment grows to a 20,000 USD investment, presuming USD over a 5-year period, the CAGR is calculated as 20,000 over 10,000. We're going way off the fitness industry here. I think the power of 1 over 5 minus 1 equals 2. We'll stop there. I'll continue on this another day. Let's get back into fitness. We're 7 minutes in. Number 2, broader fitness market, including digital equipment, services. Some broader estimates put the overall global fitness market, all segments combined, at around US dollar 244 to 258 billion plus. This includes traditional gyms and studios, online/digital fitness apps and wearables, fitness equipment. Number 3, wider physical activity economy. When you expand the definition to include sports, apparel/footwear, equipment, and technology, research has valued this bigger, quote, physical activity economy, end quote, at about US dollar 828 billion, with forecasts above US dollar 1 trillion. Growth trends, which we'll cover maybe more detail in a sec. Most forecasts suggest solid annual growth, CAGR, which we talked about briefly, of approximately, we could get into more detail of the formula, of approximately 7 to 9% plus in the fitness club segment over the next decade. Digital and online fitness segments, app subscriptions are growing even faster, albeit from a smaller revenue base. Key numbers at a glance: segment, health and fitness clubs, estimated market size 2025, approximately 104 to 122 billion. Future projections: 202 to 209 billion by the 2030s, plural 2030s. Total fitness market, approximately 244 to 258 billion, growing steadily. Physical activity economy, wider, approximately 828 billion plus. I think this is projected at, which we talked about, with forecasts above 1 trillion USD projected. What this means, gyms and clubs alone are a hundreds of billions of dollar global fitness business. Gyms and clubs alone are a hundreds of billions dollar global business with substantial planned growth. Digital fitness equipment and related services add significantly to the total market value, including apparel, equipment, tech, and broader sports participation, pushes the economic footprint well past USD $800 billion. Wow. Just over to Gemini. 10 minutes in, gemini.google.com. In 2026, fitness has moved beyond the, quote, grind at all costs, end quote, mentality. The focus is now on longevity, recovery, data-driven personalization. Whether you're a beginner or a veteran, the emphasis is on training smarter to ensure your body performs well for decades, not just for the next beach season. Top trends for 2026. The industry has shifted toward a more holistic, tech-integrated approach. AI-powered personalization. Wearables like the Apple Watch 11 or Whoop 5.0 don't just track steps. They use AI to analyze your heart rate variability, HRV, and sleep to tell you exactly how hard you should train today. Quote, JOMO, end quote, over quote, FOMO, end quote, the quote, joy of missing out, end quote, movement. It's the first time hearing that. Encourages skipping high intensity sessions. If your recovery data shows you're redlined, rest and quote zone zero end quote ultra low intensity movement are now seen as essential training. Bio-specific training. More programs are tailored to biological cycles like menstrual cycles, syncing, and life stages. Active aging for seniors to maintain bone density. Neurofitness workouts that combine physical movement with cognitive tasks like solving puzzles during a plank to improve brain health and reaction times. It's great. It's different. The foundational, quote, big three, end quote, regardless of trends, these pillars remain gold standard for results. Number one, functional strength. Focus on compound movements that mimic real life actions. These provide the highest, quote, return on investment, end quote, for your time. Squats and deadlifts for lower body and posterior chain power. Presses and rows for upper body balance. Loaded carries, e.g. farmers walks, for core stability and grip strength. Number two, polarized cardio, the 80-20 rule. Science suggests avoiding the, quote, moderate intensity trap, end quote. We're always tired but never fast. 80% low intensity. Zone 2, slow enough to hold a conversation. This builds your aerobic engine. 20% high intensity, HIIT, HIIT. All out efforts to boost VO2 max and metabolic health. Number three, mobility and recovery. Recovery is no longer, quote, time off, end quote. It's, quote, active repair, end quote. Pillar 7 to 9 hours of sleep is the number one performance enhancer, which we talked about yesterday briefly. Tools, infrared saunas. There's one sec. One sec, let me just go back. Pneumatic compression boots and percussive therapy like Theraguns are now standard for managing inflammation. Sample 2026 weekly routine. Day, Monday, activity, full body strength, focus, compound lifts, squats, rows, presses. Tuesday, activity, zone 2 cardio, focus, 30 to 45 minute steady state, light jog or cycle. Wednesday, mobility / yoga, quote, balance and flow, end quote, for joint health. Thursday, full body strength, functional movements, sled pushes, pull-ups. Friday, HIIT / sprints, high intensity interval training. 15 to 20 minute of short intense burst. Saturday, active recreation, hiking, pickleball or social sports. Sunday, rest / zone 0, meaningful breathing or light stretching. A Gemini tip, don't let the data overwhelm you. While a VO2 max score is great, the best metric is still how you feel. If your app says, quote, go, end quote, but your knees say, quote, no, end quote, listen to your knees. That's great. I think we're nearly 15 minutes in, so I'll hurry this up. sec. We'll get onto the one big thing about fitness. I think it's important. May try it on Gemini this time. One sec. Hopefully keep this around 15 minutes or in the 15-minute window. We're now on 15:33. One important thing about fitness is consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need extreme workouts. You need regular effort over time, small, consistent habits, training 3 to 4 times per week, sleeping well, eating properly produce far better long-term results than short-term bursts of intense motivation. Fitness is built through repetition, not hype. And over on Gemini, which I think is great, and it's very similar, if I had to boil the entire fitness industry down to one non-negotiable truth, it's this: consistency beats intensity every single time. We've been conditioned to believe that if a workout doesn't leave us gasping for air in a pool of sweat, it didn't, quote, count, end quote. In reality, the biology of progress works differently. Why consistency is king. The human body is an adaptation machine. It doesn't change because you shock it once. With a, quote, brutal, end quote, 3-hour session, it changes because you give it a repeated reason to evolve. Fascinating. The 1% rule: a mediocre 20-minute workout done 4 times a week for a year will transform your health. And I know it's very, these terms are quite ambiguous. We say health, but anyway, we'll get into this maybe another time. And, quote, elite, end quote, 2-hour workout done once every 2 weeks will only leave you sore. The injury trap: high intensity, quote, hero, end quote, workouts are leading cause of burnout and injury. If you're sidelined for 3 weeks because you went too hard on day 1, your net progress is 0. Neurological blueprint: frequent, shorter sessions help your brain, quote, map movements, end quote, end quote, movements, the mind-muscle connection, making exercises more efficient and effective over time. The, quote, minimum effective dose, which is a super interesting concept, end quote. In 2026, we focus on the minimum effective dose, MED. This is the smallest amount of work required to get a result. Example: you don't need to run a marathon to improve your heart health. Research shows that just 150 minutes of brisk walking per week reduces all-cause mortality significantly. Now, I don't have the journal in front of me, so you probably have to triple check, but it does sound very interesting. The takeaway: don't wait for the, quote, perfect, end quote, hour to open up in your schedule. If you only have 10 minutes, do 10 minutes. The goal isn't to be a, quote, fitness person, end quote, for a month. It's to be a, quote, mobile person, end quote, for a lifetime. Fascinating, a lot there, not to unpack, even the words used with regards to fitness, but I think it's pretty good. Just back to the one important thing about fitness, ChatGPT: consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need extreme workouts. You need regular effort over time, small, consistent habits, training 3 to 4 times a week per week, sleeping well, eating properly produce far better long-term results than short bursts of intense motivation. Fitness is built through repetition, not hype. Thanks for listening. I think it covered most. There's a lot that we didn't cover about fitness, but trying to overcomplicate it too much. We were talked about the one thing, that consistency matters more than intensity. Thanks for listening, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your day.